Excuse me.
Javon, the fastest you talk.
Literally no one cares. Literally no one asked.
Order in our court.
Here we go, chat. Here we fucking go. Here we fuck. Will I be playing Apex for the next 14 days?
Has reached a verdict. We have all parties present here.
Prosecution's present, Your Honor.
Defense is present.
Defense is present.
We have reached a verdict in this matter. Before we begin, however, we would be remiss to not acknowledge the passing of the council treasurer, Terrence Walker. And we offer our condolences to his friends, family, and loved one. And we wish you peace and comfort in the days to come.
I do like how Max is playing the villain, though.
At this time, we're going to go ahead and review the charges. We'll start with the more simple charges that weren't particularly argued. The hot gun charges for Mr. Levy and for Mr. Dumbass. The defendants pled not guilty to these charges. And outside of the questioning of Officer Decker, where he went individual by individual asking if they possessed a weapon, if it was hot, etc., they largely weren't addressed in explicit detail. However, we reviewed the evidence and found that the weapons found on the defendants come back to incidents outlined in reports number 6147, 6052, 6051, and 6050. For reference, that is the people's F, the people's I, the people's J, and the people's G. The evidence indicated in this report indicates that those weapons were used in the incidents that were outlined. Therefore, Mr. Levy and Mr. Dumbass will be guilty of the charges laid forth for them for their hot gun, which would be 4 times criminal use of a firearm and 1 time accomplice to robbery.
It's not bad.
We reviewed the evidence further and found that all 6 individuals have possessions documented, that they were carrying Class 1 firearm. It's rather simple. All 6 individuals will be found guilty of the charge of 1 count of criminal possession of a firearm Class 1. Now, with regards to the 26 times attempted murder of a government employee,
Right back
I'm
to
going to
bed
break this
after.
down so that we can quantify all of them one by one. Evidence exists with blood on file for 14 police officers that were shot during the shootout. Jack Voss, Maeve Wolf, Captain Slacks, Bradford, Vivian Gray, Daft, Coyote, Bayweather, Maxwell, Riker, Decker, Johnson, and On Fire. That accounts for 14 officers that were shot on scene. There's also blood on scene for council member Cletus Cornwood. That makes 15. The video evidence clearly shows the shooting of the other council members, clerks, and civilians. In the video, we can clearly see that the mayor, deputy mayor, chief justice, or sorry, not the deputy mayor, chief of staff, had a bar was shot at, and the remaining council were shot, minus TJ Walker. Upon doing the math, this adds up to the 26 counts to accomplice of attempted murder of a government employee when you factor in county clerks Leah Strong and Alex Mushkindam. The defendants,
Leah Strong was there?
being GSR positive, being apprehended on scene, and being in possession of the weapons utilized in the shooting, will thus be found guilty of 26 counts of accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee, as well as 3 counts to accomplice to attempted second-degree murder for the shootings of City Gamwich, Kiki Pendragon, and the shooting at Ursula Leichenberg. Further, defendants Kevin, El Rahman, Levy, and Pistone will be found guilty of the charge of prison break. It's fairly straightforward, pertaining to the incident where they were brought out of prison and did not return when they were broken out of that bus. It's fairly simple what happened. They chose to go on the run. They will be found guilty for that at this time. Now, coming down to the hold until trial level charges, kind of the meat of the bones here. I want to start off by addressing the murder of a government employee, and Judge Angel will address the terrorism. We've reviewed the evidence, and it is clear that the gunman that stormed City Hall shot Terrence Walker. Terrence Walker was then incapacitated and injured and is seen to be left laying on the ground for an extended period of time. He then is brought to the hospital where a litany of medical care happens, and a defense is brought forward, in this instance by the defense. Arguments that the act that led to Mr. Walker's death was not the shooting, but rather was the application of a defibrillator or AED to his brain. This is unconventional, and it was testified to as such by doctors Ryan Wilson and medical liaison Philip Akanch. But medicine is not a perfect science. And with the findings upon reading through the surgery reports from Dr. Ivy Grayson, as well as all medical documentation on file, we three have come to the conclusion. AED or not, Mr. Walker would not have been in the situation where that was even remotely a possibility had he not been shot by the individuals in question.
That's true. That's true.
Further reading through the medical reports, it is clear to us that this was a last resort method that was given. It did not inherently kill Mr. Walker, and he was likely to pass regardless of whether it had been performed or not. Therefore, the defendants will be found guilty of accomplice to murder of a government employee.
Accomplice to
I
murder.
will pass to Judge Angel now.
Accomplice.
Thank you. Now, with regards to terrorism, this charge was one that took the most deliberation and the most consideration in going over the actual, not only the actual wording of the law, but also what it means to commit terrorism. To keep it simple, we applied a simple 3-prong test to go through and determine if the actual wording of the charge was met and whether or not what had occurred would actually apply and be considered terrorism. Now, if you actually are familiar with the charge, you may know that there's 2 sections to it. The first section applies to the civilian population, and the second applies to government entities, which is what we're going to be focusing on. Now, this section explicitly states that the unlawful use of extreme violence and intimidation against government entities that would pursue the disruption, destabilization, or destruction of those entities for political or religious aims would be considered terrorism. In our considerations, we looked over what actually took place at the event itself, as well as statements that were made by the alleged suspects of the crime. And we determined that their actions did lead to the disruption, the destabilization, and the destruction of the government entity. And it ultimately did have a political aim, and it did lead to the destruction, it did lead to the disruption of the meeting itself. We believe that is enough to determine that there was a political aim, and we will be finding them guilty of terrorism as well.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh man,
Now,
who would have thought?
Now on to the sentence. The prosecution have requested 10 years in Bolingbroke Penitentiary and 10 years of parole, as well as set fines for each. I'm going to go through and and list out what we'll be doing instead. All defendants will receive the same prison sentence. It will be a total of 5 years in Bolingbroke Penitentiary and 5 years on parole upon their release, or government mandated. Mr. Levy and Mr. Pistone will receive credit for 3 units served. They will serve 2 more each. The other defendants will receive
Not bad.
3 additional units in prison.
That's not bad.
The fines will be as follows.
It's not bad.
Mr. Levy, you are receiving $217,364 in charges which aren't the HUD, and an additional $150,000 for the whole till trial, for a total of $367,634. Mr. Dumbass,
Hey man, I'll take that, man. I'll take that. I'll take that.
In charges without the hold until trial, plus $150,000 will come out to
I'll take that, chat. 2 days in jail, we good, man.
Mr. K, it'll be a total of $348,489. And then Rami, Vinny, and Taco will all have the flat fines of $345,000.
Chat, for all the RP we've done, 2 days is not bad, bro.
That is the ruling of this court this time, and this hearing is adjourned.
We've done 2 days already, plus I did this day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, honors.
We all got the 9s, by the way, because we're all going into debt.
Yeah. No. That law is done.
I'm gonna be
Sure? Yeah, and Ellie said it.
I'm gonna be placing y'all in cuffs right here. Okay, going for cuffs.
Boom,
He's resisting.
broken. So that means I'm out of cuffs?
Zolo.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm out of cuffs?
I'm placing cuffs right now.
Okay.
Oh shit! What happened?
Oh my god, why am I being tased? What
Okay,
the
I'm
fuck?
not gonna run. I'm going to jail. Fuck that.
Zolo.
Oh my god,
Fuck that. I'm going to jail, man. I'm going to
placing you in
jail.
cuffs, Zolo.
You know,
Oh wait, what?
As I'm gonna place you in cuffs.
Okay, all right. Let me go over here.
Stop.
Vinny?
Stop
not
fidgeting
even
around.
gonna. Yeah,
What's up, bro?
Come on.
I'm just here.
Turn around.
Cuff him up, please.
Oh.
Cuff him up, please.
My bad,
Zolo.
man. A reflex.
So chill out.
Okay, all right. Hey, wait. Hold on. All right. All right. You know what?
What's up? You ready?
Oh shit.
Listen.
I got his ass.
Listen. You think
Oh,
I get
fuck.
fucked if I run? Like I get fucked.
I think you get fucked. Yeah, you have to run through about 20 cops
Oh my
Yeah,
who
but
are ready to baton your
I
ass.
gotta do it for the fun, man. I gotta do it for the fun, man.
Listen,
I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it.
can I be sent up and shit, man? Or what?
Ah!
Grab your left arm.
I gotta do
grab
it.
your right arm. Good sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can
There's
abuse
too
against
much
you.
chaos going on. I gotta get out of here. Oh my god, y'all beat me.
Oh, he beat me.
Don't swing. Only me. Fine. Stop. I'm leaving. There's too much chaos going on in this motherfucker.
Ah! I gotta do it for the fun, man. I gotta do it for the joy.
Oh my god.
Ah! Ah! Hey, wait. Hey, someone pick me up, man. Hey.
For me, you boy,
Hey.
bitch!
Ow! Hey.
He's innocent!
I'm in.
innocent!
Oh, you didn't get me. Ah! Ah! Hey, Bobby. Oh man, we did it for the fun, yo. We did it for the fun. Hey man, I did it for the ride, man.
Now!
Are you not gonna check on Bozo? Look at him on the floor.
What? You did say he was gonna beat me down.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys killed
you know, in all fairness, although this was perfectly verbalized, dude.
I told you what I'm doing it for, man. I needed that thrill. I've been in jail for days, man.
No, fine.
Here, no. Yes, please.